Construction of a new Simon Sanchez High School has been put on hold for almost 2 months now and delayed indefinitely because of an appeal. PNC's Rosel Romanes has more in this report.
Sections of Simon Sanchez High School have been cordoned off after a recent health inspection, and yet the construction of a new GUAM campus is at a standstill after CoreTech International has filed an appeal. This means
the impact is the school is going to be further delayed indefinitely until the procurement protests are resolved.
So right now, 2 months, doing nothing.
Right.
CoreTech filed the appeal with the Office of Public Accountability yesterday, requesting that if a contract has not been awarded yet, cancel and rebid. However, if a contract was already awarded, terminate and rebid. This follows after the Department of Public Works' decision to dismiss CoreTech's protest 2 weeks ago. According to top offerer GUAM Educational Facilities Foundation, this appeal further delays the students, teachers, and families of Simon Sanchez High from getting a modern, sanitary, and safe school.
We can't proceed with buying, designing, hiring, because we don't have our contract yet. So what will translate into, for the students, teachers, and people living in GUAM, is yet another school year will go by, or at least the start of that school year, without a new school.
GEF Vice President of Development and Construction Sean Easter explains that because of the appeal, GUAM could be losing out on saving millions of dollars. GEF's source of funding will include an interest rate as low as 2.75%, a release states. Unfortunately, Easter explains these opportunities and low interest rate will not last forever.
It's approximately a $23 million savings in interest alone to the government and the people of GUAM over the life of the project. So for $23 million, for example, over the life of that project, you could build a new middle school.
A recent health inspection resulted in sections of the GUAM campus being closed off. In fact, GUAM Department of Education Deputy Superintendent Chris Anderson estimates that it would cost the department about $8,000 to fix issues at the campus currently. Easter describes the campus as being...
It's deplorable. It's scary. I've walked through the school several times during various inspections. Quite frankly, I'm scared to death if there's a fire event in the school, it will end in a very bad tragedy.
In a release to the media, Easter accuses CoreTech of, quote, making so much money off the government and people of GUAM and it simply wants more, end quote. The release also asks to compare CoreTech's deal at season for old and abandoned buildings and facilities that is worth hundreds of millions of dollars to CoreTech with what GEF achieved on the recently completed expansion of Ukuru High School and the new Sanchez plan.
And June 15th of last year, this RFP was issued out to the bidders. So we're now over 1 year and still without a contract. DPW, DOE, and the AG's office have worked diligently on this RFP to make sure it's fully compliant with GovGuam law. We're anxious to get started, and I think the daily or weekly conditions, as they're known at Simon Sanchez, it's really time to put things aside and get to work.
Rosel Romanes, PNC News.
This is the first appeal that CoreTech has filed. CoreTech has filed 2 protests and they were both dismissed. The OPA has about 30 to 45 days to review CoreTech's appeal. Until then, construction plans of the new GUAM campus are on hold.